Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Victory Fuel Cup Series here in Nashville Superspeedway, presented by Full Throttle Television. My name's Brody Hanna. Beside me tonight in the booth is Tony Solari. And Tony, we're covering the Nashville 250 tonight for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. Should be a lot of fun. This track is a very unique, very it's a spectacle of a track here. This concrete surface is going to throw a lot of challenges to the drivers. The shape and the size of this track, the lack of banking, it's going to throw a challenge to these guys tonight. We're going to get to watch it all here tonight.
Yeah, we're out here in Nashville. I mean, what is it? Country music capital of the world, and yeah, it's actually a lot of fun track. A lot of fun for a track. I really enjoy it a lot, and yeah, it does bring a challenge, but I don't know. It's one of the mile and a half, so it's got a good flow to it, and yeah, I think a lot of these drivers out here really enjoy it themselves.
Mile track. Let's go ahead and pull up our
Oh yeah, and like you said, yeah, with the 1.33 mile, that's what makes it the braking. That's why we're talking about even shifting now, because you got to get the car a little bit slower. And with this car with the 5 speeds, some guys are dropping a gear to try to disappear, so to say. And but there again, though, it becomes fuel mileage too. You know what gear works better for you. I would almost think too, longer run guys, they might be just staying in that 5th gear. But we'll see. We'll see what tonight brings. But again, yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. We're in the night, and or the night is approaching at least. And yeah, I'm just out there watching them right now. They're doing their Q laps.
Yeah, the nighttime is the right time. You see Jamie Knopf up there, who will take over the points lead tonight over Richie Coy, EJ Luna, Kevin Ruff, your usual suspects up there in the points, looking at the point standings. And somebody's trying to make a move tonight. Tonight is kind of the night to kind of make that move early on in the season. There's the points, but we'll look at the schedule right quick. Nashville Superspeedway tonight. Then we head to Michigan. Then we go to Talladega, Pocono, Atlanta. A lot of interesting tracks coming up on the schedule.
I think everybody's probably got a lot of them tracks circled. I mean, Talladega is always kind of a mixed bag, but even like the new Atlanta, people are probably not necessarily looking forward to that. But that's just another super speedway or a mini super speedway that we got to look forward to. But I think everybody enjoys Pocono, the uniqueness of that, and Michigan. I mean, what can you say? It's a 2-miler. That's a fave of just about everybody out there.
In this schedule tonight for the Victory Fuel Cup Series and going forward for the full season. So we'll see how that shakes out. Should be a lot of fun. We saw a lot of unique winners in Season A. I kind of expect that trend to continue in Season B unless somebody kind of steps up and outshines everybody else. We're going to have another close battle for B season.
Well, we got a big mixed bag of cars tonight. I'm showing 41 people in the field, and we even got Daniel Simmons back in the mix tonight, sitting on pole right now, and he might keep it, even though they got about 30 more seconds to get the poles runs done. But yeah, we got a big field, a lot of guys, and yeah, somebody's going to check they're going to punch their ticket tonight. I have a feeling we might have another new winner.
Well, you talked about that. I guess I didn't even show the playoff points. Here's the playoff points for the full season. Nick Alford leading that charge. Brendan Fetter placed right in there with Richie Coy, Kevin Ruff, Robert Fitzpatrick Jr., who's still having some wheel issues. I don't think he's going to make it tonight, but hopefully next week he rejoins us. Jamie Knopf, TJ Bartel, all locked into the playoff points tonight. You got some guys on the outside looking in. You talked about Daniel Simmons. He's the first guy out looking to punch his ticket tonight. Jeff Chandler there, J.C. Evans, Lane Allen, a couple of guys, Wayne Grassi, even farther back, Robert Malikian, and Kyle Milliken looking to get in, as well as Corey Atkins.
I mean, you could just keep going through the list as well. It just, we got a lot of hot hitters out there. We got Jeff Chandler, we got Elaine Allen, Brandon Elder, Michael Blackner even. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that can really get it done. And, with the points brewing up, and I'm telling you, the competition this season has been fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm kind of keeping my eyes on Daniel Simmons tonight. His teammate won last week in a mile and a half, kind of a fast, kind of a mile and a half compared to the 1.3 tonight. And I think he's already showing his speed right now. So we'll see what happens.
Talking about the starting lineup, let's get it started with our starting lineup tonight. On the pole, you talked about it. He got it done. Daniel Simmons in the 06 takes the pole tonight at Nashville for the Nashville 250. To his outside, the 41 of Ray Lane. Starting P3, teammate 48. Jamie Knopf, teammate to the pole sitter, and Nick Alfred starting out P4. P5 is going to be Corey Atkins. Brandon Elder, P6. Richie Coy starts off in P7. 8th place is going to be Brian Dixon. 9th is going to be TJ Bartell. 10th, the 35 of Alex Murphy. 11th is going to be the 91 of Kermit Hinn. 12th place is going to be Brandon Feder placing the 34. 13th is the 92 of Cameron King. 14th, the 7 of Wayne Grousey. 15th is going to be the 99 Kevin Ruff, actually dropping to the back from a penalty. And starting P16 is going to be the 42 of Kyle Milliken.
And then we have starting 17th, Ray Gill. Starting 18th, Martin Garreau. Starting 19th, Michael Call. Starting 20th, Martin Pinnell. 21st, J.C. Evans. 22nd, Alexander Hodge. 23rd, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. 24th, Jonathan Varnaskis. Brian Messer starting 25th. AJ Zapata starting 26th. Simon Magnan starting 27th. EJ Luna starting 28th. William Lark 29th. Cameron Elberson 30th. Mason Hoffner 31. Jeff Chandler 32. And I'm going to blast through the rest of them. Lane Allen, Robert Malikian, Hayden James, Robert Fitzpatrick Jr., Travis Gilbert, Alan Duraco, William Owens, James Torrey, and 40 card number 4 or 41 spot, Michael Blackner. So yeah, we got a big field tonight. A lot of good racing I think we're going to see. And yeah, looks like Danny Simmons had a great restart. He's got his teammate right behind him as well. So, like I say, I called it last week with Jamie's win. That team is they might be on fire here. So, and they're showing it right now. Yeah, we got a couple of names. We talked about Danny Simmons, but Corey Atkins back. Just kind of looking through the field too, seeing any new drivers that really haven't been around in the last week or so. And I mean, being the summer months, that's going to happen and whatnot. But it's good to see some of these guys back. And yeah, Corey Atkins running up front where we would expect him to be, sitting 5th. I think that's Alexander. Oh, no. Yeah. I'm showing the car 53 right now, so I wonder if he's in the wrong car number or my training pace is messed up again. But yeah, they kind of separated that out, but that was a pretty big gaggle there for a second. Up front, though, everybody kind of single filed out. It looks like they're, like I say, we say it every week, tires. You want to save. So looks like that's what the front pack is kind of working on right now. They're just kind of saving, kind of going with the flow, which is kind of what you need to be. We do have another set of pits coming like we had talked about. I think, what did we say? They're only going to get maybe about 65 to 70 laps, I think, some of the teams. And I guess it would depend too if you're shifting or not, how much you're going to burn that gas. Yeah, I forget we got such a big field. I mean, there's a lot of action going on all the way in the back of the pack there too. They kind of sorted that finally out now. We still got a little bit of two wet action. Yeah, they sorted that up. It's early still, so I mean, kind of. Although you look up front, we've got one or two guys to try to make that outside work, and we've heard too that corner four really kind of catches up on some people or catches them off guard. So we got to watch for some wall scrubs in that area too. So you don't want to be caught out there, especially on a tight car, or even a loose car for that matter. Well, if we can stay green, and usually the Cup guys have been pretty good as of late. We have actually had a completely green flag with the exception of caution last season. So it's not unheard of to go here. If everybody's got a car that they can keep under them, and there's a lot of respect going on out there, which to me it looks like there is a little bit right now. So we should be good. Yeah. Yeah. And I got plenty of wood around here, but yeah, I hear you. Hopefully, but I mean, you got to look at it in Jamie Knauf situation. He's probably thinking, yeah, maybe just drop back, save a little bit. We had a long way to go before we even got to take tires anyway. Well, TJ, I know from the past, just with racing with him over the years, he does like that outside line. So that's probably his preferred lane. If he can get the car to hook up out there, that's where he's going to be. Up front, though, Daniel Simmons has got a nice, almost 7/10 lead over Ray Lane right now. So he's moving along.
Some of the guys say they can only hear you. I don't know if that's resolved or not, but
I didn't see that, but yeah, I see it on chat though.
I have to verify that. This might be a Tony only broadcast. I'm seeing everything move properly on my end.
Yeah, you're good. I can hear you now. We got confirmation from Josh as well. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. Don't worry about anything Brody said. He just said everything I said. Yeah, he's been showing a little speed this season as well, and he's been having some bad luck in Season A. But with the sun not out there right now, maybe he's got to say, I'm pulling it for the team. I got Corey out there helping me out, and Corey's back, so he's not by himself. So looking pretty good right now. Ooh, we got a yellow. Definitely towards the back. Actually, it happened a little bit before Alex. Alex just kind of made evasive maneuvers, got caught up in it. See Kyle Milliken, he was turned around. Looked like there was a little contact, yeah, with the 48 and the 42, or the 84 and the 42, sorry. A little bit up. Yeah, not too many cars slowing down. They probably aided to a little bit of that. No, and I mean, right. Well, I mean, he hit the wall with the left side. I mean, which is probably better to hit the left side than the right side, in all honesty. So he probably didn't get too much damage. Yeah, Alex is in for sure, getting some of that damage repaired. I doubt anybody's taking tires, but with lap 14, I can't imagine you'd be going in for fuel only. I'll have to go back and kind of look to see how many takers we actually had, or if it's just with some of the guys that were caught up in some of that wreck. Yeah, it looked like a few guys just kind of came in too and just topped off a little bit. No, we're not even really remotely close. I mean, I'm looking too. Ray Lane's in. Yeah, Richie Coy went in. Travis Gilbert went in. William Lark, Kyle Milliken, Alex Murphy. A few of those guys did go in. Well, we did say we got a stage at 90, and from what I heard, some of these guys can maybe reach 70, lap 70. So they might be close in that window. Maybe they can really, especially too if they stay out of fourth gear, they might be able to make it. Daniel gets a great jump. Unfortunately, though, a bit of a checkup towards the back. They kind of sorted it out, though, so everybody's going straight. I don't know if there was maybe some tires being spun back there, but, man, that could have looked a little dangerous there for a second. Yeah, I'm kind of going up front, and I went back to go see. I thought Corey was gaining on, but Nick Alfred's still running second. He kind of blipped out there for a second, and I thought I thought Daniel had a little bit bigger of a gap, but Nick's back on screen again. And I know we probably give Nick some problems with his connection, but he had said he moved recently, and he's got kind of just poor internet, so he's not too much of a hazard. Just as long as he's not a hazard to the guys when he's racing with, it's not a big deal for us as well. Yeah, I mean, they're still fighting, but they're still kind of hanging in there. And I'm looking now. We just talked about Nick Alford. He's starting to gain on Daniel Simmons a little bit here. He's been the closest he's been all race. Yeah, Corey's still kind of hanging on as well. The one guy, though, we saw him drop back. Jamie Knopf just sitting in fourth right now. We thought he had dropped back, but apparently he's like, no, I'll stay up here for a little bit. Yeah, they're trying to run nose to bumper over there, but unfortunately they're like, no, we got to go too wide in the corners. So yeah, they're still slicing and dicing back there. I'm trying to watch them all right now. 89 over the 27 right now. Trying to make that pass on the outside work. Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to get it up. He's like, my car hooks down here. I'm staying down here. You got to keep trying on that outside. He's probably hoping he taps the wall a little bit, kind of gives him a little play. I know you don't like going side by side. At least I don't. I'm not a big fan of that, especially early on in the tire run. And to me too, with only lap 21 here, I still kind of feel like this is a little early on in the tire run. You know, you end up. I'll end up kind of relinquishing the spot just to kind of save a little bit. That's right. And as we say that, they kind of Michael Cog becomes the winner of that. And then you have Brian Dixon right behind him. He was kind of fighting EJ Luna there for a little bit, and EJ kind of backed out of Brian. So they singled out, at least for now. Well, I had to rewind a little bit to kind of see what had happened there, and yeah, just made a great pass, kind of on the inside. They almost, well, I shouldn't say super great pass. They were pretty tight. There might have been a little door rubbing there. Well, yeah, so, well, we'll see. It didn't look like it really damaged either one of them. It obviously didn't hurt their momentum. Corey's still kind of trailing back there in third. But again, save. Daniel, you know, we always say, too, when Daniel was racing a couple weeks ago, you know, him and Jamie, they're great tire savers. They can show up towards the end of these runs, especially after the stage falls. They were always somebody to be reckoned with. Yeah, even beyond, it looks like we got one little, we got two guys right now fighting for it. I can't, is it Kevin Ruff maybe? Or no, Robert Maliki. Nope. William Owens right now in the 51 of Brian Messer. They're running side by side, and they're fighting for lap 22, 23 right now. Everybody else, so is pretty much single file all the way through this whole field, which is kind of where we want to be for green flag runs here. So. Well, if I'm not mistaken, we were saying Charlotte was around 30, 35 laps. So I can almost kind of feel like, and the way the tire model is, it's probably not that difference. There's not much of a difference there. So, and honestly, I don't remember what the truck was, because I'm not great at tire saving anyway. So the tires always feel like they're falling off. So it is what it is. I'm hearing your mic's messed up. I'm reading it.
Interesting.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep broadcasting. I guess I'm going to have to actively monitor this guy and see if he gets his stuff back. But anyway, so yeah, we still got Nick Alford. We obviously missed him a little while ago. Catch him back up. Daniel Simmons still kind of hot on his tail right now. Getting ready to almost kind of pass him again. It looks like he's getting pretty close. They're both pulling away pretty strong from Corey Atkins right now. Corey Atkins is 8/10 off the leader, and we got Daniel Simmons on the inside right now making that pass. And Daniel Simmons gets that pass up. We might have to go back and look at that. If you can still hear me, I know you can hear me. I'm waiting to hear you on the playback on the screen.
No, I know what the issue is. We're gonna have to take a break at some point and fix that. Maybe the next caution we'll take a break, come back and resolve this issue. But yeah, up front, Daniel Simmons retakes the lead over Nick Alford.
All right. Well, it seems like, yeah, we might have to do a little bit of a reset after the next caution break. So I'm going to be announcing, I guess, for a little while. Oh, no, wait. I did just hear you just now. So
I know. I can tell. So we'll have to reset at the next caution. But for now, we'll make this work. You see Nick Alford flashing once again. Daniel Simmons right in his sights there. They've kind of pulled away from third place, which third place now is Jamie Knopf.
Ooh, look at that. Yeah. Just showed up on my scoreboard.
Oh, something happened. Jamie Knopf was off speed, and the one smacked the wall, got hit from behind. Not sure what happened to Jamie there.
Wow. Yeah, he did slow down quite a bit there, too. Yeah, and it looks like, unfortunately, Corey tried to make a move to kind of avoid him. Oh, he said he went into a wrong gear.
Oh, wow.
Him over the radio. So maybe he accidentally dropped into 3.
Huge hit for the one, though, of Corey Atkins. I'm surprised he's still rolling around the track, to be honest with you. That was a hard hit to the outside wall.
Yeah, and I think actually Brandon missed him, so he didn't get any more rear damage. But yeah, that definitely kind of hurt Corey there, for sure. Oh no, sorry, that wasn't Brandon Fireplace. It was the 32 of Cameron King, or 92 of Cameron King.
Here comes the 48 back to the outside of the one of Corey Atkins. Tough break for Corey, but again, he's still rolling around there. He's going to have some handling issues, I'm sure, from that, but they may be able to get that fixed and get back going. You see him starting to struggle there.
Yeah, well, he's still having kind of he's got kind of a long ways to go before we actually get some pit stops. So he's going to kind of have to hang on to that thing best he can. Maybe pray that there's another caution out there. But yeah, he's looking a little loose right now. Fortunately, suffering too. Just kind of everybody's kind of blowing by him right now. All right, back up front, Danny Simmons just rocking, and he was able to get by Nick, no problem, and he's kind of back out to pull about a 3/10 lead over Nick Alford right now. And they have got a 2.5 second over Cameron King in third, and Jamie Knopf, and then Brandon Fetter Place, and it looks like TJ's in that mix as well. Right behind them, though, wow, we got a gaggle. Everybody's trying to get around Corey right now. We got Baranoskitz, Luna, Alexander Hodge, Dixon. They're all trying to get around Corey right now.
Yeah, they are stacked up right there behind him.
So we got Jeff Chandler in that mix as well. Yeah, Corey's definitely has he's got a handful right now. He's hanging on as best he can. It's just hang in there, man.
He's hanging on for a caution. I'm hanging on for a caution.
Yeah, slowly pulling to the back. I mean, he's sitting in 11th right now, and he's got 3 cars kind of right on his bumper, and they're almost going 3 wide to pass him. Just kind of let it play out.
Meanwhile, up front, Daniel Simmons and Nick Alford continue to pull away from third place, who is now Cameron King, taking over P3.
Yeah, Cameron capitalized on a lot of that issue there, and looking pretty good though now. But he's still got a long way to catch him. I mean, our leaders right now, last time I talked about Cameron, he was 2.8. Well, he's almost at a full 3 second right now behind our leaders. So he is over 3 seconds over our leaders. So he's still got some work to do. Kind of going back through the field, kind of see some of these guys that maybe had pitted early on. Travis Gilbert sitting at 24th right now. Richie Coy 25th. Alex Murphy 26th. And I'm kind of surprised. I'll have to go back to see if Richie even bothered. Did he take gas? Because I don't think he started all. He started 7th. And he just, I don't know if he had an ill handling car. Maybe he's having some hardware issue on the computer or the wheel.
We've seen some gremlins recently with that 19, so let's see what the story is there.
Yeah, sometimes too, you get that little pit stop, you go in, make a change or whatnot, or you gotta, fix something, or maybe you need a potty break even. I've seen it happen, but it unfortunately puts you in the back of the field. Looking all the way in the back of the field. We got Michael Blackner right now, just kind of hanging in there. James Torrey, William Lark. Some guys I'm just kind of surprised all the way at the back of the field that we normally would see a little bit further up in the board. Wayne Grossi sitting 33rd right now. Alan Duranko 30th. I'm kind of looking for some of these guys to maybe climb their way a little bit more forward here.
We get this battle here for 10th spot. From about 6th on back, actually 4th on back right here. Well, I guess it's about 6th or 7th on back. It's pretty hot and heavy. There's cars all over each other here trying to gain those positions. And yes, we still have a pit stop to go.
Yeah, well, it's kind of almost the same players. You got Marinowskis kind of going with Michael Call. That battle's kind of back on the books right now. But you got EJ Luna now kind of in that mix as well. So they kind of moved through the field a little bit and starting to knock on the door. I mean, they're all in a strong top 10 right now, but they got to play nice.
We got a caution.
We got that caution. See what happens. Hopefully it wasn't Corey, even though I'm sure Corey was really praying for it.
So Robert Fitzpatrick and Wayne Grossi involved. Let's look at it.
Well, it actually kind of started with Robert. Kind of got into the one there. Yeah, turn 4, 43.
Yeah, 12 gets turned there. Oh, and then the car comes flying in afterwards and ends their night.
I'm looking, Brandon Elder had some good hands there. Kind of stayed out of that one. Richie Coy stayed out. Alex Murphy stayed out of that. 86 as well. A lot of guys were able to avoid a lot of that.
As these guys come down to pit stops to make their final stops, we're going to take a quick break, try to fix our audio issues. We'll come back on the other side and pick it up. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. I was unable to fix the issue, but we're getting ready to go back green here at Nashville Super Speedway. Everybody pitted. Most everybody pitted. Not everybody did. We got some stay out with Coy leading the way.
Richie Coy was the only one to stay out. Yeah, pace car's in.
Pace car's off. They pull down to the restart zone. Get ready for a restart here at Nashville. Green flag's out, and we are underway once again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of surprised Richie didn't pit because, I mean, I'd imagine, too, everybody's got tires on this round, and they're definitely in gas mileage range. So maybe Richie thought he had enough gas here and played the strategy a little bit. But they're trying to sort it out. 3 wide back there. I think there was a little bump there from whoever's behind Jamie Knopp right now, Daniel Simmons. Something happened. Oh, we got a spin.
Big wreck with the TJ Bartel, number 28, involved.
3 wide there, and just not enough room for everybody. And that looks like it's TJ's involved. Jeff Chandler and Michael Call. Yeah.
Teammates there. Coming off the corner. Tight racing. Oh, just not enough room.
Everybody got through it except for the teammates, sadly. So the 28 and the 31, now neither one of them look to be heavily damaged, so should be all right. Well, if Richie did this to save some fuel, and we know he pitted, I believe it was on lap 14 or whatever, he might be all right for fuel now. He just got to get out there and save. He might still salvage that.
I found my issue. We are back in business. All right. No reset needed. All right, we're good now. Let's look at that once again. Let's see if we can look on board. Well, let's see if we can look at a different angle here. Coming off the corner there, just 3 wide. Just not, yeah, just like the 28 just comes up a little bit. 3 wide there and just not enough room, and right up in front of his teammate, the 31.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate, but like I say, I don't think either one of them got too much damage, and we just got plenty of laps to go. We got 188 total, and we just hit lap 50, so we still got quite a ways to go. Like I say, I'm kind of scratching my head with the Richie Coy strategy right now. Just wondering if he's going to have enough gas.
It's his plan to stretch it to the end here. Is it going to work out? Is it going to pay off?
And I'm going to have to go back to lap 14 to make sure you see if he actually did take tires, because he might be trying to do a 90-lap stint on the same set of tires. That would be pretty impressive.
Well, we know this tire is pretty durable here on these cars. When we get to our road courses, you'll see that some guys don't even take tires on the pit stop.
Well, he did. I can confirm he did actually take the tires on lap 14, 15. He wasn't able to actually drive through the field, but maybe he wasn't trying to. Saving that stuff early.
Yeah. See Corey Atkins coming out of the pits, getting his damage fixed, trying to get back into the race here. And he's got a long way to go, but a long way to go in the race as well. Getting racing to lap 90 for the stage break. We are on lap 51. We're still even a ways away from that.
I'm trying to see who else were takers on pit road now. Like I say, I can't imagine anybody else is in the non-gas territory. TJ Bartel's in. Obviously probably fix some gas or fix himself up. Jeff Chandler as well. William Owens looks like he went in. Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. went in. So we got a couple of guys maybe either topping off or get some damage fixed.
38 laps to go to the stage at lap 90. We'll restart here on lap 51, and we'll see what Richie Coy can do with those older tires. Got Nick Alford to the outside, Fetter Place, Cameron King, and Jamie Knopf, your top 5. They enter the restart zone. They see the green flag, and we're off and racing once again here at Nashville.
She gets a good jump. I mean, he's got 35 lap older tires than some of the guys behind him. But he's cautious, keep coming for him. It's not a bad strategy to be in. I mean, he's probably just looking for the stage points more than anything. I know he didn't do it this early for the broadcaster challenge. That's all I'm saying.
Brandon Fetterplace trying to look away around. Now Nick Alfred's going to take over second place on that outside lane. Still battling for second spot as Richie Coy looks back there and says, boys, keep fighting. I need this track position.
Yeah, I mean, he's still kind of hanging out there on those older tires. Ooh. So
it looked like he put a nose to the outside. Now he's to the outside of the 19.
We got another yellow.
Oh, caution is out.
Happened in the middle of turn 1 and 2. I got to go zoom in.
Ray Lane and looks like Simon Madigan involved. Let's look at the Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay as they go off into turn 1. For some reason, it's not showing.
Yeah, Ray Lane just kind of loose.
Up into. Well, he had contact. The 41 had contact from behind.
Simon had nowhere to go. He was kind of stuck on the outside, and then Ray got up the. Actually, it looks like maybe Lane Allen actually.
Lane Allen into the 41.
41. Yeah, he gave him a little help, and then Ray couldn't hang on to it.
Let's back that up with the 41 getting into turn 1, just like it did not turn, getting off into the corner. Up into the 41 and around he goes.
Well, I'd imagine a lot of these guys have fresh tires too, so it's kind of still kind of a cold tire situation.
Just watching this replay with the 46. You're right, nowhere to go, but no major damage from the 17, I don't think so.
No, it didn't look like anybody had too much damage at all throughout that. So, but hey, I can tell you right now, if TJ Bartel and Jeff Chandler need a little bit more things fixed. I don't know how Corey's doing on repairs himself, but he might be going back in to get some more damage fixed. So this is kind of good. It's good for Richie Coy as well. He's able to maintain that lead.
He was just about to get passed by Nick Alfred, and Caution came out and saved him. You're right. We got some guys on pit road making those repairs. Corey Atkins, Simon Madigan, Ray Lane there in that last caution. You got Jeff Chandler on pit road. All these guys getting their cars fixed up and hopefully get back into this race. But you're right. That saved Richie from a pass for the lead. He's going to have another restart to be able to jump out there and try to make, it takes 2 or 3 laps, it seems like, to really get a run on these guys.
Yeah, and that's all he's got to do. And I mean, too, he might not be trying to win the stage, but if he was mired back at 25th before the caution that fell a couple laps ago, so he's definitely improved his position. And track position is everything around here, and if this could keep happening, he's not in a bad position right now.
We're going to come around and get 2 by 2 once again. We're going to get another restart here after caution number. What caution are we on?
I think we are on number 4. Yeah, I was going to say.
Unfortunately, it says second just because I had to restart the program. But yes, 4. 4 cautions so far. And we still got a ways to go again. 2 lap 90 to that halfway stage break.
Well, they got a lot of slices on the dice and still a lot of racing to go. So TJ did not pit, so he must have got all his damage fixed that time around. So a couple more of the guys out there, they need a couple more cautions, maybe get everything repaired. At least it's a long lap too, so they definitely got the time to kind of get maybe 30, 40 seconds worth of damage repaired.
Cars are pretty durable, so I'm not too surprised to see these guys get that damage fixed pretty quickly and get back in it. So that's good. Good to have those guys back in the race.
Yep.
All right, well, pace car's going to pull off one more time here. They're going to come down to the restart zone. Richie Coy leading Nick Alfred on the front row. Fetterplace, Simmons, and Knopf, your top 5. As they come down to the restart zone slowly, then they hit the gas. We're back green and racing here at Nashville.
She gets another good jump out there, but it looks like he's got his Sudo rival, Brandon Fetterplace, now right on his bumper. Sumo, yeah.
All right, here comes Fetterplace. So he's going to look to the inside of the 19 at Coy. Can he make this pass down the backstretch? Not
Nick
quite
Alfred's,
yet.
Yeah, Nick's kind of like, no, I was going after him first.
No, it's mine. It's mine.
That's right. He's trying to make that outside work, and it looks like he has clear Brandon. He might get Richie here on these corners. 1 and 2 coming up.
They head off into turn 1. Nick Alford still on the outside of the 19 Okoye. Is he going to clear him off too? He's got a good run off the corner. Can he clear him? Yes, he can. Nick Alford to the point. Richie Okoye now.
Place now going low.
Yeah, he's under fire now from Brendan Fetterplace on the inside, and behind him, Cameron King looking for a way around as well. You know, we talked about those guys looking to be a little off pace, that team being off pace in practice, but here they are, second and third. Brandon Fetterplace and Cameron King, or second and fourth, I guess. Cameron King, that team at Hot Lap Heroes showing up here tonight.
Yeah, they've been running really good right now. So, yeah, they got the stuff dialed in. Like I say, this is a track a lot of guys like. So I can see them putting in the time and the practice and patience to kind of get around here and bring a good piece of equipment here. Richie, he's struggling, though. I mean, again.
He almost got the wall there. Really off pace coming off the corner.
Yeah, he got really, really evil loose, it looked like. It started tight and went loose. Fortunately, yeah, he is under fire. Those older tires are definitely showing their head right now.
He's a good by the 31 of Jeff Chandler on the apron there. You're right. He's on the high side trying to hang on here.
And he generally doesn't like the high side. You know, with the old tires too, and especially leading 2 restarts, you know, you're going to really give it all you got. And he may have burned up a little bit more. If he was saving any, not that he had much, he probably burned whatever he had in those couple of restarts.
Aronofsky's looking a little loose into the corner, but he's going to get by the 19 Okoye down the backstretch. Here comes the 48 of Jamie Knopf as well. Meanwhile, up front, Nick Alford set and sail on Brandon Fetterplace. He's got a half a second lead already over second place Fetterplace. That's a mouthful. I'm trying to say that 3 times fast.
Well, yeah, that clean air is it's pretty nice to have around here. So, yeah, he did definitely set sail.
Cameron King
kind of waiting to see
slips up in the middle of the corner. Here comes Daniel Simmons under and Brian Dixon. King, does he have an issue? He's got an issue. He's slow on the track.
Oh, yeah, I wonder what happened. Yeah, he's pitting. That's wild. You have to go back and look to see if there's anything weird.
Maybe if he slipped up in the corner
or something.
Got a loose wheel? That's what it looked like. Because he slipped up in the corner and then slowed down on the backstretch. Meanwhile, we missed the pass for the... No, we didn't. Nick Alford's still up front. Brandon Fetterplace in second. Got excited for a minute. Thought we had a lead change, but it is really interesting to see what happened to Cameron there.
He was, and I had to go back, and I'm just watching, and he's keeping pace with Daniel Simmons right behind him, and just going into 1 and 2. And
did he blow up? Did he shift wrong? Did he blow up?
I gotta zoom in to see if I can see any smoke there, but nah. As he was getting passed by Daniel Simmons, and they were pretty tight, but I don't believe they made contact or anything. Just slowed down.
Who was right behind him?
He was side by side with Daniel Simmons when that happened. Brian Dixon was right behind him. And I'm watching. Yeah, there was no contact between the two of them. Camera got loose, and actually, I see smoke coming out of his car. Yeah, he might have blown up. He might have dropped a gear. That's what it looks like. I do see the smoke. It's very faint, but there is smoke for sure.
Let's listen in. Oh, it's not running right at all. Looks like he shifted early getting into the corner.
Maybe. Oh, we got another yellow.
Yeah, he shifted early getting into the corner. I think he blew it up then.
That's why I hate shifting in these cars. Put the 4-speed back in them. Give me a manual.
You see the telltale smoke coming out of the car. He blew it up on entry, shifted too early, and blew it up. Man. And you're right, we do have a caution. Let's go back live here and see.
It looked like Alan Duranco was involved. I'm trying to go back to see exactly what happened.
All right, let's see for a yellow flag. Your best one tire and auto care instant replay here. Watching That's photo play, so it's not going to help us. I don't know why it's not targeting the driver that causes the caution anymore, unfortunately, with this program.
Looks like Allen just got a little loose going in the corner. Gap to 30.
Ooh, there's a lot going on right there. Mason Hofter involved. Martin Pinnell involved.
Yeah, there was a gaggle of cars behind it, and fortunately, yeah, the 20 got caught up in that.
Oh,
and man,
yeah.
30 had a hard hit into that wall.
You said that was the 2 on the bottom that got loose?
2 on the bottom that got loose into the 30 there, yeah. A little side swiping too with the 71 and the 46 as well. And you know, they were kind of a little trying to be a little evasive there, and they got into each other.
Let's back it up a little bit. Right on board with Alan Barranco here.
They got the 50 involved too. So wow, yeah, a few cars there.
Dives into the corner loose, hit the apron, up into the 30, and that 30 goes around. Man.
Yeah, then there's a little aftermath, unfortunately, with that as well. And then a lot of guys just scattering towards the back of the pack. It looked like, though, a lot of those guys did get away. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Chip Chandler might get the lucky dog there. Or J.C. Evans, maybe. J.C. Evans, I believe, is going to get the lucky dog for that.
Just watching some of the aftermath with some of this. Again, Simon Mackin eventually losing it right there in front of him. Who's that blue and silver car there?
I believe that was
Martin Garreau.
Martin, yeah.
Let's back it up and see what he saw. Before we go back green here.
Yeah, unfortunately, Martin had nowhere to go either. He was just kind of minding his own business on the outside.
And all that could have been avoided by a little patience on entry of the corner.
Yep. I mean, it happened pretty quick, but yeah, a little braking may have saved some of those guys.
Just like last night, we saw a certain number 77 not give somebody a break, and well, it ended one guy's night. I think that might have ended a couple guys' night.
Yes, unfortunately, there's no bodily harm in this sim. But
you said
yes.
Unfortunately.
Well, I mean, you'd almost think maybe people would drive a little better otherwise. You know,
I get, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
There's not that.
Kind of odd you said
that aspect.
Unfortunately,
well,
you just can't hurt yourself sim racing.
Unfortunately, more people don't get hurt in esports.
I've heard of thumbs and wrists being broken. It happens.
It can happen for sure. Yeah, I know. I've gotten bit a couple times on my wheel, but nothing too major.
All right, we're going to go back green flag racing here. Nick Alford continuing to lead. Brandon Fetter Place, Simmons, Dixon, Varanaskas, your top 5 here as they come down to the restart zone. Green flag is out once again here at Nashville.
It takes off. Somebody I'm looking at, he was leading a lot of this race early on. Daniel Simmons on that inside, getting under Brandon Fetter Place right now. I know Daniel wants to get back up and lead this thing.
Ooh,
Varanaskas, yeah, gets into a
very loose, and now 3 wide down the back stretch as Michael Call looks to the inside. Easy, boys.
Wow. Yeah, we still got 20 more laps to the stage. I don't know if it's time to get that spicy right now. But yeah, we got a gaggle of cars all the way in the back. Everybody's fighting for stuff.
Varanaskas still 3 wide. Travis Gilbert, EJ Luna. In and out. Oh, and it's going to get tight.
Feeling about this.
Ooh, and I think Luna clears. No, Gilbert clears.
Yeah, just kind of going through the field too. I mean, Kevin Ruff, he's up from 15th to 7th right now, kind of hanging out in there. We got a couple meters check. You know, we talked about Varanaskas, even though he lost a little bit, but he was able to work his way up in the top 10 there now. Travis Gilbert, EJ Luna, yeah, I mean, they're solid top 10 right now.
Yeah, Varanaskas still dancing around in the corners, almost up into Alexander Hodge. Hodge does get by, but now he's fighting with Kermit Hinn right there in front of him.
91. Yeah, we gotta start remembering the Kermit is in the green car. should be easier than you think,
I
right?
see where you're going with that. Kermit the Frog.
That's right. I don't see any Miss Piggy cars out there, but I wouldn't mind seeing Ralph the dog in that. Honestly, he was the best.
It's funny. I drove a Pink Panther car one time.
I like Pink Panther.
It was a pink car. I think it's the only pink car I've ever driven. Unless you want to count the Cheerwine car, which was not really pink. It's just got a pink tint to it.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think I can't replace that car.
Oh, it's been years ago. Actually, both of them have been years ago.
Well, anyway, back to the race. Nick Alfred's got a great lead. He took the lead over from, he still had the lead. Daniel Simmons, though, is starting to really reel him in, though.
Your name's
and
Tony.
We saw this battle.
But you're not that Tony.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And, but, I'm waiting for Daniel Simmons to kind of reel him in. We've already seen that battle play out a little while ago, so I almost kind of feel like it's going to happen again.
Yeah, Simmons
and Brian Dixon's really getting close to Brandon Federer place. Looks like he's going to start making a look here in a lap or two. Trying to take over that third spot.
Dixon in the 03 switching teams during the offseason between A and B. Now a Hot Lap Heroes driver instead of a satellite driver he was last year. So they bring him on the team full time, replacing Cameron King, who actually started his own team. So a little bit of a shakeup for that team this season. Not really. I mean, they all are affiliated, but there are small changes within the team.
Yeah, they're all looking pretty good. I mean, Cameron was looking good earlier until he had his little misshift. But the other guys are looking pretty good right now.
There's Kevin Ruff from the back. He had a penalty to serve starting at the rear of the field. He is up to currently 5th, so a great rebound for him so far.
Yeah, he just passed Jamie Knopf. Actually, Jamie's kind of falling back a little bit. He's under fire from the 89 right now.
Yeah, we see him going down the backstretch. The 48, Jamie Knopf in that yellow car. The 89 is Michael Call on the inside. Almost contact with Travis Gilbert, who's running the outside lane. Travis is going to clear. And here comes EJ Luna trying to get by Michael as well.
Yeah, there's been a lot of action going around in that top 10 right now. We're fighting for that top 10 spot all race. And it's kind of where a lot of the action's been at all day. I mean, we talked about Kermit a little while ago. He's sitting in there, I believe he's in 5th, or he's in 11th right now. So, yeah, he's trying to work his way into the top 10 now.
Back there just coming into frame there, side by side with Ray Lane. Ray trying to move his way up as well after being up front early on.
Yeah, it's a lot of spicy action going on right now. Wow.
Ooh, loose for Michael Call. He hangs on to it off turn 2. I thought he was going for a ride, but he does hang on to it. He got really loose off turn 2, but that's going to bring Ray Lane right to his back bumper.
Well, this is towards the end of the run. I want to say they hit pit road around lap 50 or so. So they already got about 20, almost 30 laps on these tires, especially a few restarts, and I'm sure they're not leaving anything on the table right now. So handling is going to be a premium. They got to make it last, so 10 more laps.
10 to go to the stage. They come up on a lap car. That's the 50, I believe, of Mark Garreau there.
Yeah. Mark's giving him plenty of room to get by, and he's got a lot of cars to let by there.
One of them old-fashioned gaggles we talk about.
Oh, man, and there's been a gaggle around this spot right now. Yeah, it's like everybody wants to be in the top 10 right now.
I mean, we're coming up on points. I mean, we're only 9 laps away from the stage, so they're battling for a top 10 in points.
Yeah, well, Kermit and Ray Lane both, they kind of pulled up on this field when they were gaggling a little bit, and they were right on that tail end, sitting in 11th and 12th, respectively. They're trying to get by the 89 of Michael Call for that 10th spot. Looks like Kermit's making that look. He's got to, obviously, like you say, he worked up the field.
He dives off into the corner, and it didn't stick there. Kind of up the track a little bit.
All that, the 41's like, I'm just waiting to capitalize. Jimmy Canafo kind of hanging on, though. Kind of surprised. I thought he'd be a little bit more up there with his teammate right now. And his teammate, unfortunately, really hasn't made much progress on Nick Alfred right now. So They are pulling away from Brandon Fetterplace, but Daniel, I'm sure he just wants that clean air again. You just got to get that mojo and get by him.
Nick just picking up where he left off last season. A very consistent run last season and another strong running here tonight so far at Nashville. Daniel Simmons trying to track him down for the stage break. He's right there. You got Kevin Ruff back here, but Kevin's got company behind him. Brandon Fetterplace, Brian Dixon, Travis Gilbert, EJ Luna, all right there behind him.
Yeah, Kevin just actually got by Brandon the lap prior. So, week in, week out, we've been talking about Kevin, and he's definitely he's got some speed every week.
Kermit Hen trying to make that move on Michael Call, the 89 and 91, running side by side down the backstretch. Ray Lane watching on.
Wow, they're still fighting back here. I figured some of that would have been sorted out by now, but no, they're still going at it.
Ooh, got the 89 flashing out there. He comes back. Looks like the 41's trying to push the 89 on by.
Hey, he's like, oh, he's trying to kind of jump in Kermit? No. Giving him a jump out front, maybe? Kermit's looking under Jamie Knopf right now.
Got a battle for third. Cameron King, Brandon Fetterplace, side by side for third.
You mean Kevin Ruff, not Cameron King.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Kevin Ruff, yes.
Wow, they, what happened to Kevin there?
Oh,
He looked like
Brandon
he was
Fetterplace
pulling away.
slides up the track in front of Kevin. Kevin's like, no, sir. Pulls back to the inside. And they're side by side for fifth behind him as well.
Yeah, Brian Dixon and Travis Gilbert right now, they're having their own little dogfight as well.
Ooh, Brandon keeps it out of the wall off the corner. Kevin's still right there.
They are definitely making it interesting for us to watch here. Back to the lead, though. Nick Alford has pulled away something fierce on Daniel Simmons, so we're not really missing a whole lot there.
Still side by side for third. Coming to 3 to go to the stage. This third place is not settled yet. Oh, we saw the 03 shoot up the track. Brian Dixon into the wall off the corner.
It looks like
a few spots.
Yeah, a little bit bad. We talked about Ray Lane, Kermit. Ray Lane actually got by Kermit, got by Michael Call as well, and got by Jamie Knopf. Someone else who's got by Jamie Knopf is Richie Coy. So I don't know where he came from, I almost wonder if he took tires that last spot and stopped.
Right on board with Travis Gilbert as he watches his front two battle for that third spot. He's trying to find somewhere to go. Travis gives the 98 a push down the straightaway. Kevin into the corner. He sticks pretty good down there. Gets a good run off. Looks like he's going to clear the 34 of Brandon Fetterplace. So that settles for now. Is Fetterplace going to come back at him?
Wow. Yeah, they're fighting for third. And like I say, Richie Coy with the new tires right now, he's trying to knock on the door to the top 10. He wants to get at least one stage point. He is all over Kermit right now. And he's definitely got more tires. He did pit. And he did get some tire that last
Brian
round.
Dixon trying to hang on seventh. Oh, here comes Alexander Hodge. They touch as they go into turn one. Hodge up the track.
Fortunately, they're too back. They're too far, or people are too far back from him to actually capitalize on it. But they are fighting for just that 1 point. Looks like Richie Coy's finally got under Kermit there, door to door, going for that 10th stage point.
Oh, he knocks him up the track a little bit. Same thing with the 03 and the 51, or 53.
Oh, and I think Kermit is the victor there. He got him by 11 tenths. Wow.
You see it on replay here coming down the backstretch and into turn three. Richie throws it into the corner, up the track a little bit. Kermit hangs tough on the outside, coming off the corner. Let's see what it looks like. At the line, coming down. I think you're right. I think Kermit grabs that 10th and final stage point, or one stage point, 10th spot for the stage point.
What does Agent Smith say? Or is it Agent Smith? The guy from Get Smart. Missed it by that much. I'm probably aging myself right now.
Agent?
Agent. Yeah, agent myself. Yeah.
Well, all right, so Nick Alford takes the stage. In all of this, we missed the Nick Alford taking home the stage win, getting that important playoff point and those 10 stage points tonight. He's going to come down and get pit service with everybody else. We'll reset and we'll do it again. And again, we're only at halfway for this race.
Yeah, and I don't know if he really missed it. We missed anything because he had a pretty good lead over Danny Simmons there. So he had that kind of in the bag. But it just kind of shows you. You wonder what happened to Danny. I mean, he had some pretty good speed early on. Just not enough for Nick here at the end.
Good opportunity to thank all of our viewers tonight. Aaron Satcher out there. Hopefully we got all those audio issues
Barbecue
fixed.
And chicken for Aaron?
That's Brian that brings the chicken, so we'll see about that.
Oh, it's not Aaron? I always forget.
Mark Al Henderson out there saying you're solo in the broadcast. Tony Sullivan is all mine all the time. Doyle out there watching on. Yeah, Doyle, we got that solved. I hope you're enjoying it. Then Mark Al, Doyle out there commenting. Josh Mayhew out there. I hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast. It's been an interesting one so far, even from a technical standpoint, trying to get that fixed. But we are good to go now.
Yeah, I've been actively monitoring, so yeah, I'm hearing double voices, which isn't unnormal, but
you're hearing voices.
We're good. Yeah, I'm hearing more voices in my head. Yeah.
Well, off pit road, looks like Daniel Simmons comes out the victor. So Daniel's going to take the control on this restart.
All right. Well, he wanted the clean air, maybe, so he's got it now. Maybe we'll control this restart like he controlled the very start of this race. So let's see what these guys can do.
That's right.
Just kind of going through the field too. I mean, I'm looking to see where his teammates are located at. He is mired in 23rd right now, so he didn't have a great stop. I wonder if he's having handling issues, or I don't remember him hitting the wall or hitting anybody else. So I'm not really sure what happened to Jamie.
I know, but there he is in 23rd. You're right. Your pole sitter back out front in the 06 of Daniel Simmons, grabbing some stage points there at the end. Second place stage points anyway, but back in control here on this restart. We'll see what he can do here as we start the second half of this race.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going through the field, too. E.J. Luna had a great stop, sitting in 4th right now. Travis Gilter worked his way up to 5th through those pit stops. Brandon Fetterplace lost a few spots down to 6th. Richie Coy back up to 9th. So he came in 11th, came out 9th, and pace car's in.
All right, pace car's in there. Come down to the restart zone. We'll get his race restarted here. Nashville, the green flag's out. We are back underway here at Nashville Superspeedway.
Well, Daniel did exactly what he did at the beginning of the race. Jumps out there, gets out there. It's a nice early lead. Let them dog it out in the back. He's got that clean air right now. Kevin Ruff, though, looking on the inside of Nick Alford. Oh, it looks like he got a little tight there and had to back it up a little bit.
Yeah, Cameron had to back up a little bit, lost a couple positions. Travis Gilbert, E.J. Luna go by him. Again, cold tires. These guys trying to hang on to get these tires up to temperature.
Yeah, it could be. That could probably be what happened there. Just those cold tires. Man, they're still duking it out there. Brandon Fetterplace almost took the rear end off of Nick Alford. Or no, the 98 of Kevin Ruff.
Yeah, and the 03 had a checkup for that as well. Kind of caused a little bit of a checkup throughout the field there.
Other guys I'm looking through the field. The number 2, Alan Duranco, he kind of worked his way up. 3rd now. Oh, the 24 and the 89 get a little bit of a bumper bang in there.
3 wide, almost 4 wide. I think they're going to back out of that. They're still 3 wide. So they go in the corner, beating and banging, and there you go. Contact, and around they go.
Wow.
And all that started from turn 4.
35 on his roof. Or at least on his side.
35 is moving. All right, let's go back and look at that again. We saw it develop all the way down the front stretch. Got to be a little patient. Our best one tire auto carry instant replays are going to the corner, beating and banging. 24 up the track. Yeah, you're right. What was it? 35 rode on the side a little ways there.
Yeah, he got put back on his wheels though, so he went for a ride though.
Let's back up and look before. Let's see what happened coming off the corner here. Oh, got a car loose in front of him.
Like
24
Michael
gets
Call
into him.
Yeah, it looked like Michael Call got a little loose coming down the tri-oval.
And a 3 wide going into turn 1. Call goes into turn 1, washes up the track into the 24. After all of that, causes the 24 to check up, and then it's on from there.
Yeah, I was watching Lane Allen through a lot of that, and you could see how he kind of backed out of it. He saw some of the mayhem getting ready to start, and he was like, I'm just going to kind of break and get out of it. And he was able to save himself from doing that.
Yep. Self-preservation.
That's right. Saw that 4 wide scenario, and he's like, I'm going to back up.
Let's try along with Lee now.
Wow.
Going in the corner. Well,
the question is, do we have any takers on pit road? I have to go back. I don't think they actually hit pit road yet.
I don't think so. This is a great time, though, to remind you about our guys at Victory Fuel. Victory Fuel, the proud sponsor of the Victory Fuel Cup Series here on Full Throttle Sim Racing and Full Throttle Television. Visit drinkvictory.com. Use code FTSR for 10% off your order. You can try any of their 3 great flavors. Purple Potion is their newest flavor, but they also have Lucky Lemon and Throttle Punch. My favorite, Throttle Punch, for various reasons. But you can try them all out. You can get yourself a sample pack. I think they've got a 2-pack. You can get 2 of the 3 flavors together in a 4-pack. You can get yourself a 12-pack. Any of that. Go to drinkvictory.com. You can even pick up some merch. They've got some shirts and hats and lanyards and some other things for sale there as well. So check them out. drinkvictory.com. And again, remember to use code FTSR for 10% off your order.
Well, looking through, James Torrey went in for a pit. J.C. Evans looked like he went in. That's it. Everybody else stayed out. So it looks like apparently nobody really had a lot of damage to try to get repaired as well. So it's kind of surprising.
James Torrey's still coming back out, so he's getting that little splash of fuel here at the end.
Well, we got 80, 89, 88 laps left, so they're 2 wide now, getting ready to come down. I think pace car lights are off.
They are side by side, lined up once again. Daniel Simmons, Nick Alford, EJ Luna, Travis Gilbert, Kevin Ruff, Brandon Fetterplace, Richie Coy, Brian Dixon, Kermit Henn, and Alexander Hodge, your top 10. You see those connection issues with Nick Alford on the outside there. Hoping that settles down as they come down to the restart zone. Pace car is off, and we're going to get it racing again here as Daniel Simmons leads them down, fires off, and we are away here at Nashville.
Wow, Daniel got a great restart. Nick, not so much. And unfortunately, he's still having a couple little issues with the connection. But man, Daniel fired off real nice. It looks like EJ Luna, definitely he's got second sewed up. It kind of gives him not necessarily slide. Ooh, caution again.
And I'm not seeing any indication as to what that was for, but
I'm looking at, I think it was the 31, maybe? Yep. Yeah, the 31 and the 28 look like they kind of got into each other. Looks like the 31 kind of came down on the track a little bit.
Looking for the 31, looking for a name.
Or not the 31, sorry, 91, Kermit. Sorry. It looks like a 3 to me, but it is a 9.
Let's see what happens if I go off into turn 1.
Michael Call looks like kind of got caught up in him.
You said that was the 28? Was that TJ Bartell?
Yes. Yeah, TJ was on the inside. That's where the contact started.
Looks like the The 91 wasn't expecting the 28 to be there, and the 28 wasn't expecting the 91 to be there.
Yeah, that's give a little space on these restarts. Just kind of get through a couple of these laps. We still got quite a bit to go, and I know I've been hearing some of the race control kind of reprimand some of these guys that we are better than this, and yeah, I would agree. A little bit of patience. We say that every week as well. Patience are going to save your tires. Saving your tires are going to win the race, and you got to be able to finish to finish. So you got to have a car to finish.
I'm just gonna let that one marinate there for a minute.
I know I'll hear about it for another couple of weeks. It's definitely going to be.
You got to finish to finish, guys. I mean, how hard is it?
It's going to be a monkey on my back or something.
Monkey on your shoulders.
A monkey on my shoulders, or whatever.
You could throw a monkey in the ranch or something. I don't know.
I'm trying to make fetch happen. What do you expect?
You trying to what?
Oh, forget it. It's another dated, clueless phrase. Still trying to make fetch happen?
Yeah,
some people will know this.
You dated me on that one.
Yeah.
Slow going here, though, as we do eclipse the century mark here at Nashville Superspeedway.
Well, I am getting word that Corey Atkins he's got 7 minutes of damage that he has had done so far. He's still out there, but apparently he's going in for a little bit more damage.
All these cautions are helping him get that repaired.
Yeah,
getting back into the race.
And I don't think I've seen him getting anybody else's incident. So that initial hit that we saw early on, way before, I think, even before the first caution, he's been still working back from it. So that's perseverance for you. Getting back out there, just trying to get that thing fixed. He's still got plenty of time, and we saw he had a pretty fast car. So he's only in 22nd right now, so he's moving along.
Yeah, he's lined up for the restart. Got that target on his back and hood. Inside and quarter panel
and doors and the rear. Yeah.
All right, we're going to get back racing here. Danielson is still continuing to lead. EJ Luna now second place on the outside. Nick Alford, Travis Gilbert, Kevin Ruff, your top 5.
Yeah, these guys have been making it interesting.
Pace car's off. Coming down to the restart zone, see if Daniel gets one of those glorious shot out of a can of restarts, and he does. And green flag is out once again.
What's what I've always say, the more of these restarts you do, the more practice you get at them. And Daniel's had a lot of practice tonight, and he's definitely showing it time and time again. Let them duke it out. Let them settle it out. I just want my clean air. But man, it's funny though, that top 10, they seem like a single file pretty quickly for the most part. When they realize how much is at stake, and at least maybe which laps. Oh, Brian Dixon gets a little loose, saves it though. Wow.
Well, we've seen that 03 sideways a lot tonight. He's hanging on to it out there. Here comes Wayne. He decides better of it. Good call.
Yeah, that's but there again, we're kind of talking about that top 10 right now, or past top 10. The gaggle car stacked up over there. It's where the action's been most of this night. 10 and beyond, 10 to 20.
Ray Lane on the outside of the 03 of Dixon. And they are 2x2 for about 11th, 12th on back. Yeah.
Just got to have some patience. Try to single file out. We're all burning up and stuff. We got a lot of racing to go. And actually, now I'm thinking about, I'm kind of doing the math. Well, they've got about 81 laps. So, I mean, everybody's still going to have to probably come in for a top off. And we didn't really get too many takers last round. So they are waiting for either another green flag stop or maybe another well-placed stage to make enough fuel.
Still side by side. Wayne Grassi getting to the end. Oh, and almost contact. And now 3 wide once again.
There was a little contact there. Wow.
Vultures.
And I'll tell you that we talked about him right before the stage break. Corey Atkins, he was slowly moving up through the field, and he started behind Jamie Knopf, and he's right behind Jamie Knopf right now. And the two of them are kind of just going through this gaggle. Wow.
Contact.
3 wide there for a little while. They kind of sorted that out. Jamie and Corey kind of going through this field right now. I expect to see both of them up there. To see if they can see. It looks like Corey's got a lot of that car fixed because they're looking pretty sharp.
Looking 3 wide again down the front stretch. Watching Ray Lane, William Owens.
Yeah, William Owens. We haven't really talked much about him, so he kind of snuck in there. He was obviously able to capitalize on all that and moving through the field as well. He started 39th and he's up to 17th right now, so that's probably why we haven't talked much of him.
Back here, 16, and Robert Malikian, hadn't mentioned him tonight, but he was a player in the truck race at the end of the race there. Unfortunately, contact there in the last corner of the last lap kind of took him out of contention for a second place finish, but he was well in it for the truck race and kind of struggling here tonight in the Cup car.
Yeah, truck race was a little daring and harrowing towards the end of that race, but I know I was able to kind of capitalize on some of the mayhem that went on there. But yeah, it was kind of a fun race, but not so fun. We had a lot of good green flags until the end there.
A lot of great racing back here through the field. Brian Dixon trying to hang on against Lane Allen. Lane on the outside. Here comes Brian Dixon through. He's going to take that spot. Richie Coy under fire from TJ Bartell in the 28.
They're side by side right now. And it's kind of roles reverse. We got Richie on the outside, and he likes the inside, and we got TJ on the inside, and he likes the outside. So let's see. It's like opposite world right now. Richie kind of TJ kind of backed up to him. Maybe, Richie dove down, so I bet you TJ's going to try this on the outside next time around. Up front, though, Nick Alford running down Daniel Simmons. Got it down to 2/10. So he's able to kind of get by EJ Luna there for a little while, and he's not quite there yet, but he's getting there. Slowly reeling him in.
Nick Alford right in the tire tracks of the 06 of Simmons out front. Travis Gilbert in third, EJ Luna fourth. Brandon Fetterplace currently running P5. Everybody watching on, knowing they have one more pit stop to come here before we finish this one up.
Yeah, actually, EJ was running second, so yeah, he lost a couple spots there. I had to go back to see the Richie Coy, TJ Bartell. Richie was able to kind of drive away from TJ, so they are not under fire, although Richie's kind of in an island all by himself right now.
These guys in front get to racing, though. He'll be right there with them as well, so just depends on what they do. Like I said, still a long way to go here in this race. Still a pit stop to be made.
Yep. Jamie Knopf, as I said, he was kind of going through the field up to 13th right now. Corey Atkins, 15th, working on Wayne Grossi. So the two of them, we got another yellow.
Caution is out. Hayden James involved in the 4 car. Trying to get it righted on the front stretch here. We'll go back and look and see what happened. Our best one tire and auto care instant replay.
Ooh, somebody disappeared in front of him.
Contact from the 30, I believe. Coming off the corner. Oh, I don't know. It looks like Hayden maybe got loose in front of the 30 there.
Yeah, he had some contact with the 89, and then the 89 disappeared a little bit. And it looks like the 4 was giving the 89 room, not knowing maybe where he was, and then the 91 kind of...
Where was the in the entry of 3.
Yeah. I don't know if you see the 89. He kind of blipped out for a second.
He did, but he made contact while he was still there. It just like he drove into the corner, drove into his rear of the car, and that upset his car went through the corner, and finally it wrecked.
Yeah, it looked like he stayed a little high, though. Maybe not knowing where the 80, after they did make the contact, he probably didn't know where the 89 went. So maybe he was giving him a little room, although trying to gather it up as well. So
our leaders are on pit road. Most of them, anyway. It's like Michael Calls decided to stay out here.
You are 72 laps to go. There's a very good possibility they might be in fuel range. I'm looking. A lot of guys they are taking tires. And with what, 5 tires in this series, I'm just trying to think. Some teams definitely have enough tire to take tires right now. The only one I know, Richie had already taken probably 3 sets, so he's probably only got 1 set left after this.
So it's like Daniel Simmons going to win the race off pit road, but Michael Call staying out is going to assume the lead here.
Interesting. It's like the 30. Is that the 35 that is also staying out, or is he? Oh no, he's pitting now. Or the 20. He's pitting now.
It's a lap car.
Yeah.
So Call is going to stay out and assume the lead here. They're going to get to 1 to go, and we'll see how this restart develops. New tires, older tires.
Well, we already saw that, the older tire strategy doesn't necessarily work. Michael Calls, we saw Richie do this earlier, didn't work out for him. Michael's got a little bit fresher tires, although I know he had a little bit of issue with a little bumping and banging back in the pack. So this might not be bad. He definitely saved a little bit of tire. It looks like he's got a little bit of right front damage on the car as well. So I'm not expecting him to do overly great, but it might get him a little longer into this run and then get some equal tires a little later. All right. So like we said, we got Michael Call in the first spot, Danny Simmons starting second, Nick Elfer third, Travis Gilbert fourth, Ray Gill fifth, EJ Luna sixth, Kevin Ruff seventh, Brandon Fairplace eighth, Richie Coy ninth, Alexander Hodge 10th, TJ Bartel 11th, Jamie Knopf 12th, Jonathan Varanowskis 13th, Brian Dixon 14th, Lane Allen 15th, Corey Exons up to 16th, Wayne Grassi 17th, William Owens 18th, and pace cars in. Looks like they are getting ready to go green. And Michael Call gets a great run on the lead there. Nick Alfer didn't get a great start, and Daniel Simmons was able to kind of continue that second place run. Now, I have a feeling, though, Daniel is going to eventually catch up to Michael here in a little bit. I'm going to back up the screen, though, see some more of this action going on around here. But there, he is too wide right now. Daniel Simmons with Nick Alford. Nick Alford's got that inside lane, and looks like Nick was able to capitalize. Daniel Simmons now has got Travis Gilbert on his inside.
Yeah, Travis looking to the inside. Daniel on the outside as they head into turn 1. Behind him, side by side, EJ Luna, Ray Gill. Oh, almost contact between those two, but they make it through.
Yeah, Daniel did not like that outside start. He did not get the jump that he's used to, and obviously it hurt him quite a bit. See if he's going to have enough steam to kind of work his way back up.
Oh, contact. 19 Okoye up the hill.
With Kevin Ruff as well, so yeah, kind of hurt Richie there, falling back. Jamie Knopf's getting by him. Richie Coy's getting. It looks like Brian Dixon's on his inside right now too.
Richie trying to find his footing there. Brian Dixon around. TJ Bartel in the mix there as well.
Again, we've got a pretty good gaggle in our 10th and beyond space right now. 10th to 15th right now. It is very spicy. Richie Coy trying to come back on the inside of Jamie Knopf for 10th as we speak. Man. Boyer Atkins getting around the 71 of, I believe that is, William Owens. Makes that work. Corey's sitting in 15th right now, working on Jonathan Varanowskis for 14th. Again, I believe Cody's got a lot of that damage fixed, so he's still trying to work back from that early accident.
This is rush hour traffic in Nashville if I've ever seen it. here at Nashville Super Speedway. There is a lot going on all over the place here. As you see, Ray Gill give a bump to Brandon Fennerplace a little bit down the backstretch there, I believe. Ooh,
Yeah,
Ray Gill in the wall.
Wow.
Ooh, 3 wide. He just gets worse and worse here.
Just hanging on. You know, my big question is who's got enough gas? Because I know that last pit stop, if you did take a little tire, and I think a lot of guys came in, took a tire, you might have enough. People have been asking for that fuel mileage race. Well, here you go. You got it.
Yeah, I don't know if we're close enough. I guess we'll find out if we stay green here, but I'm just not sure that we're close enough to...
I think it's right on the bubble. Especially, too, you know, a lot of guys were shifting earlier on. They might, you know, stay in that 5th gear and kind of just get out there and ride around. You might have enough gas.
You see the 03 of Brian Dixon on the inside of Jamie Knopf. We've seen Dixon loose a lot tonight. And see if he can hang in, or hang off, or hang on, or hang something. Hang 10.
See, I'm not the only one that makes mistakes.
You're not?
You're trying to make fetch chat. I get it.
I still don't know what that means.
I'll explain to you later. Nick Alford, though, out front right now. Daniel Simmons hot on his trail, so Daniel Simmons kind of worked back from 4th. He is catching Nick Alford pretty quick. They have got a great run, though, over EJ Luna. They got about 9/10 around in front of EJ. So Daniel's starting to close in on Nick, though. He wants that lead back.
And, you know, Eaton up the back bumper of the 98 of Alford, trying to get back to the front, trying to regain control of this race.
Daniel's like, I'm back on track, and you're going to know that I'm back on track. He really wants to get back out there and lead, especially after the win on his teammate last week. So, you know, like I say, the team's hot right now, and he's looking sporty.
He touched that apron through 1 and 2 a little bit, lost a little bit of time there, but he's trying hard to get back to the front here. Touched the apron again and loose off the corner.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely they're not saving anything either. That's the thing that's kind of surprising. So I assume that the 2 of them are going to probably have to pit for sure. Although I don't know. You never know. All I know is they are walking away from EJ Luna right now. They're extending that lead out, and EJ is kind of on his own island at 3rd.
81 driver from Alamo, Texas. Looking on from 3rd spot, looking at those leaders kind of drive away. Travis Gilbert in 4th right here on board the 86.
We had a little contact with Alexander Hodge and Kevin Ruff there. They were able to sort it out, but Kevin kind of got was the victor of that. They were fighting hard there for 6th place right now. Here comes Richie Coy under Alexander. At least trying to get under there. Backing up, though, 2nd place teammate, Jamie Knopf, back in the top 10. Finally was able to work his way back in there. And 2 positions behind him, in between T.J. Bartel, Corey Atkins, back in the picture, trying to knock on that top 10 as well.
Everybody kind of settled in now. Settled in for that long run, maybe to the end.
Travis got by Brandon Fennerplace and starting to make a run now in EJ Luna. So EJ's not on the island anymore. He's got company, and it's not a rescue boat. Fortunately, though, Daniel Simmons, I don't know if he keeps hitting that apron. I haven't been watching lap by lap, but Nick is slowly pulling away from Daniel. So Daniel had a little something there. He's got to kind of regain his composure a little bit. Either that, or maybe he realizes I might need to save a little bit of gas here if I need to make it.
Ooh, contact between Ray Lane and William Owens in the front stretch here.
Wow. you go back to that 10 to 15, 10 to 17 position. they are always having a show for us.
And the Ford come off track. Hayden James back in the pack now. Whatever happened there?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking towards the back. Kermit is the first car showing a lap down right now. He's fighting Hayden, and two of them are just waiting for a lucky dog, maybe. Kermit's probably in a little bit safer spot. Hayden, yeah, unfortunately, is a little bit further back in the pack there. But we have 25 cars right now in the lead lap. 25th being Alan Duranko as of right now.
Which in the 71 William Owens and 46 of Simon Naggin side by side. 14th and 15th right there. Ray Lane right in front of them.
Jonathan Barnowskis, he's kind of, I don't know if he wants to go 3 wide, but it looks like he's definitely got a little bit quicker of a car. Oh, they make a little contact.
Little contact coming off the corner between him and, was that Ray? That was William Owens.
William, yep. Say he's definitely got a stronger car in exit. He's just going to have to either let William know he's trying to make an intention to get by him, or he's going to have to just play it a little bit smoother. It looks like he's getting by him now on the inside.
He does make that move into turn 1 off of turn 2. He's going to claim that spot. So Varanauskas up a spot. William Owens drops one down. That's for 15th.
Yeah, I'm kind of going even a little further back right now, too.
Go forward, further forward. The one of Kevin Ruff, or sorry, the one of Corey Atkins trying to get by Kevin Ruff in the 99.
Yeah, Corey. Well, like I say, he's been moving. Not as good as Jamie right now, because Jamie keeps knocking a spot here. He got by TJ Bartel a little while ago, so he's in 9th, and Corey's still working on 11th to get to 10th.
Working on 8th now as he gets in underneath the 03, right in front of them too. Richie Coy trying to get by Alexander Hodge and Brendan Fetterplace.
Yeah, Richie's been working on Alexander for a little while. Ooh, a little door tapping. We've been seeing a lot of these door tapping out here tonight. I'm pretty impressed though. I know you say it's a pretty resilient car, but it's just good to see that the net code is not playing havoc tonight as well. There's a lot of door banging going on around here. Donuts on the door, right?
Donuts sound good.
Oh yeah, I got donut holes today at the store. I was looking for the good ones, but they didn't have the ones I want.
Hodge continued to run kind of low into turn 1. You see Jamie Knopf behind him, up into the side of the 03 of Dixon just a little bit as they entered the corner.
Yeah, more Dorn. We've been talking about it, and yeah, they do not disappoint out there. Everybody's running each other pretty tight tonight. And I don't know, in the truck race, we seem to see a little bit of that as well. So it could be just something about this track.
This track's a little bit shorter than 1.5 miles, and it runs a little bit different than 1.5 miles. You know, it's you got a lot more braking. Is that the 53 getting loose right there in front of the 19?
Yeah, Richie had to kind of make the evasive maneuver and get on the outside of Alexander. So he's going to try and work on him on the outside now. Not Richie's preferred area, but looks like he's got the momentum. Maybe 1 or 2 more corners he can get this done here.
He rolls in there, not willing to give up the position, but he's going to take it there.
All right. He's just got a little bit of clean air now. He's going to start working on Brandon Fetterplace, his pseudo rival.
Back here looking at the 48. Jamie Knopf really loose right in front of Kevin Ruff in the 99. They make that work, though. 99 is going to get a run here. Comes the 1 and the 28.
Wow, there's so much action going on back there. It's not even funny. Compared to everything else on the track, there's just something about that sweet spot right now where there's just tons of stuff going on.
Battle for third. Travis Gilbert, EJ Luna side by side. In kind of their own bubble here, fighting for third and fourth.
Yeah, Travis, he was kind of hanging back there for a little while, so they're fighting at it right now. I don't think either one of them will have anything for our leaders. And honestly, the way Daniel's kind of holding strong, but is at a 4/10 behind Nick, but he hasn't made an intention to kind of start gaining on him, and Nick really hasn't been pulling away. So I almost assume the two of them are just kind of hanging out, maybe saving a little bit.
I was about to say Travis Gilbert took that spot, and he did, but then he kind of got tied off the corner, I think, and allowed EJ Luna back to the inside. So they're going at it once again for third spot here. Wow.
He kind of did it again. He looked like he tried to dive in on the outside there, but he kind of lost a lot of momentum. He really wants to get by AJ.
Still hanging tough on that outside.
Just dangerous though. Don't be overly desperate and aggressive to get by him. That's gonna really hurt you. I mean, you still good 40 laps to go.
Brandon Fetterplace looking at that battle for third up in front. He's one of those guys who keep battling so he can close in a little bit here. He's 1.2 seconds behind this battle, 1.3 now.
Yeah, Richie, I got to kind of look at lap times here. Richie looks like he's slowly kind of reeling them in, but he's bringing a lot of cars with him as well. So Brandon's going to have a little bit of company here, I imagine.
Still side by side for third spot. You got to wonder if these guys are enjoying it or is it frustrating? You know, it's always one or the other when you're doing this. Like, you can have a lot of fun doing this, but it also can be very frustrating if you feel like you've got a faster car and you just cannot complete the pass.
And it's kind of, I talked about that earlier. You don't want to be in that battle. Especially too. You're burning up your tires, and you almost want the other guy to lift, and then too, as you're watching it, you're seeing the guys behind you get a little closer.
I think Gilbert there said, okay, enough's enough, and kind of gave it up and gave it to Luna there at that point. So they've kind of sorted that out. Brandon Fetterplace continued to close in.
Well, even too, one or two dives, trying to get by somebody, it's going to overly wear your tire, and you're probably going to always be on the losing battle. Because, you look too, Brandon Fetterplace is closing. We got another yellow.
Ooh, we do have a caution. Jonathan Varanauskas. Sideways internally. Well, let's go back and see how he got there. Turn 4, he's racing.
Ray Lane.
Ray Lane and him come together.
Looks like they're just trying to go for the same piece of real estate. Tight section of the track there, especially the trial. They were right at the apex of the trial, start-finish line.
It looks like the 41 didn't go all the way to the line, and I think Varanauskas thought maybe he was going all the way to the bottom. All right, well, that's going to open the door for pit stops to make it to the end here if these guys have tires and are able to make a stop.
It looks like Jonathan's saying he's got a black flag getting through the pits there too, so that's gonna kind of hurt his night.
Saw him slide through the column there, so that's gonna pretty much doom his night.
All right, looks like everybody. Well, if there was a fuel strategy that was to be had, that is out the window. Looks like everybody's going in for pits. And if I'm not mistaken, like I say, I believe Richie Coy is probably out of tire right now.
I think we just saw a 2-tire stop from Nick Alford.
That's right.
Off pits first. Jamie Knopf up there as well. I can't confirm or deny he took 2 tires, but he's up there in third now coming off pit road. So
I'm going to go back and look here.
Yeah.
Danny Simmons take 4. Jamie took 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So we got 2 for Alfred, 2 for Jamie Knopf for sure.
Yep.
I think everybody else has probably took 4. Looks like they're kind of where they were when they came in. Maybe William Owens back there in 12th came out a little bit ahead. Not really sure.
Let me go back and I'll go back through the field here and Do some looking.
Well, at least in the top 10, we know 2 of them took 2 tires.
Cameron King took 4. Or not Cameron King, sorry. Kevin Ruff.
Yeah, I think all these other guys took 4.
Yeah, Fetter Place took 4.
All right, so we got your leader,
Rich Coy.
the 98 on 2 tires. Daniel Simmons lining up beside him on 4. Jamie Knopf in 3rd on 2 tires. EJ Luna and Travis Gilbert, your top 5 on those 2 are on 4 tires. So we'll see how this works out towards the end. Lap 152 of 188.
Yeah, Nick and Jamie are the only 2 that I saw that did take 2. I don't know. To me, that's kind of risky. 30 laps to go, 28 laps to go. I don't know. That might not be a great strategy with that many laps left.
I think
a couple cautions, maybe.
If you got the lead, maybe. Nick's going to be able to shoot out, and get a lead there. But if you're in traffic, I don't know. We will see. We shall see. Pace car's going to pull off, though. We're going to get back racing here. 30. How many laps you say to go?
28, actually. 27.
27.
Or no, 26. Sorry.
25. No, 20. Can I hear 22? We get ready for the restart. Restart zone's green. We are going once again here at Nashville.
Actually, I'm completely off. There's 30-something to go. 33 to go. 32 to go. Man, I'm bad at math tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, only tonight.
Down the backstretch, Nick Alford gets a great jump over Daniel Simmons. Actually, he's right there with him. But those 2 kind of shoot out over EJ Luna in 3rd. 4th place is where the battle's at right now. You got the 48 of Jamie on those 2 tires. Brandon Fetterplace on the outside.
Man, they're moving. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm only good. I'm not very good with whole numbers, unless they got fractions in it. Then I'm golden. But other than that,
don't worry, guys. When it gets down to 25 to go, our ticker will tick over and show you that. So
yeah, you won't have to rely on my bad math. Richie Coy's having that battle with the 53 again. He's like, not again. Just trying to see how this 2-tire strategy plays out. Nick Elfer with the clean air right now. I mean, he definitely had a pretty strong car. He was able to stay ahead of Daniel. Daniel's kind of, that 2 tenths behind Nick right now, and we know Daniel's got a quick car as well. Whoa.
Alexander Hodge in the wall, loose off the corner, then hits the wall off turn 4. He's going to give up a couple positions.
Yeah, Richie gets by him. Kevin Ruff gets by him. Going back through the field there. Wow.
It's funny. You can just tell by the attitude of the car how hard these guys are pushing now. There's not much tire saving going on now as they can all make it to the end. Everybody's just pushing for everything they've got. And you see the 53 up the track once again.
Well, we saw a couple of green-white checkers in the truck race, after a really good long green flag run. I hope to say we don't see it here, but, that brings into question, too, do you have enough gas to even make it through the green-white checkers? I would assume, too, there's a few teams out there that's got another set of tires. We know a couple guys got a few left-side tires out there, so we'll see. Everybody should be able to make it, though, if it stays green, I'd assume.
Kind of looking to see where the stack up is in the top 10. It looks like it's about 6th on back, or actually 4th on back. Jamie Knopf right there. He kind of pulls away there from Brandon Fetterplace. Brandon has Travis Gilbert hot on his back bumper. Now he's going to look to the inside as they enter turn 3.
Yeah, Travis was able to work his way up almost 3rd in that last round. He didn't have a great pit stop, but trying to get back in there. Jamie Knopf, though, on the 2 tires, he did lose a spot, though, from the start. And, Daniel Simmons, slowly reeling in Nick right now, but Nick has still looks very strong out there on them two right sides.
Still side by side for 5th. Travis Gilbert trying to get by. Better place on the outside, Gilbert on the inside, and now the 19 looking on. He's under pressure from the 99 of Kevin Ruff, who washes up the track just a little bit. Hangs on to it.
Now, we've been talking about our 10th through 20th all night, and they look really tame right now. Everybody's kind of single file out. The battle right now is the Kevin Ruff, Richie Coy, who else is in there? Alexander Hodge, Brandon Fetterplace right now. So
Yeah,
they're
Gilbert
duking it out.
Gilbert finally takes over that spot. He's going to move into 5th. And Fetterplace back to 6th. Now Kevin Ruff with pressure coming from behind Alexander Hodge.
Get awfully close to that wall. Wow.
Here comes the 19 of Coy looking to the inside of Fetterplace on the apron. Down the front stretch, nothing doing. He's going to be right on his back bumper as they head off into 1.
Well, we got, 28 to go, so still a bit of time to go. I mean, I would still probably save a little bit if I were some of these guys up there. The one guy that kind of surprised me, Corey Atkins, he's still kind of stuck in that 12th spot. He made a hell of a run getting that car fixed up and trying to get his way back through the field here, but he's kind of stalled out back there. I was expecting to see a little bit more out of him, but, maybe there still might be a little residual damage that just can't be fixed.
Here comes Cavan to the inside of the 19 of Coy down the backstretch. Got a good run through 1 and 2. Ooh, up the track a little bit through 3 and 4. Loose off 4.
But you gave him a little bit of room there. Got that momentum, though. Back up front, man. Someone still really hasn't made a dent on Nick Alford. They've been swapping it between 2 to 3 tenths. But Nick's still holding strong out there on those 2 tires.
Coy ships it off into the corner, retakes that position. That's 7th spot. You see Brandon Fetterplace in front of him, but Kevin Ruff still on that back bumper there and still getting pressure from behind by Alexander Hodge.
Yeah, that's where the gaggle's at right now. They're fighting. They all look very desperate.
Here comes
I don't know
Coy
if that's the right word.
on the inside of Fetterplace, who gets a bump from Kevin Ruff.
So Richie's got it. He's probably going to slide up there. Yeah, Richie takes that spot. Richie down the 6th right now. Just got a little ways though to get to Jamie Knopf, who's under fire right now from Travis Gilbert. Jamie with the 2 tires, probably not going to be the winning battle of this strategy here, but Jamie's pretty good on those 2 tires. If there's one guy to take right side, it's always Jamie.
You're right, Gilbert gets by him. Gilbert up to 4th, Jamie Knopf back to 5th. Battle for 6th is back on as Brandon Fetterplace pulls back underneath the 19 of Coy.
Richie got stuck on the outside, which is where he doesn't want to be, but that's where the momentum's been for him.
Ooh,
so
little contact off the corner.
Man, more door action. I don't think I've seen this much door action in a long time, but they're taking them and giving them.
Somebody should explain that door to door doesn't mean you have to be touching. Door to door is side by side.
Well, these guys are touching, it looks like.
Got Daniel Simmons up here still trying to chase down Nick Alford. He's still right there. EJ Luna has closed in on these 2, though. All of a sudden, EJ Luna is starting to be a player here.
He's definitely closer than he's been all night to the leaders. So, yeah, he's moving. He did pull away from Travis Gilbert. I mean, he was under fire by Travis for a little while ago.
Corey Atkins getting around William Owens for 12th. Looks like William touched the wall off the corner there. Now TJ Bartell trying to get around Alexander Hodge.
Blasted through the rest of the field. Everybody's single file out. They all look pretty calm. They're probably saying, "I'm done with this. Can we finish this race?" We still got 25 guys on the lead lap. Nobody really 1 lap down for a decent lucky dog. Hayden James 6 laps down right now, and he is off the track.
We got battles all over. We got Kevin Ruff trying to take 6 from Richie Coy behind him. You got Alexander Hodge trying to hang on against Brandon Fetterplace. Ooh, and here comes a move from Richie back to the inside of Kevin.
Yeah, this back half of the top 10. That's pretty much where a lot of the action's at right now.
Fetterplace slipping back. Back to 9th spot, now 10th spot as TJ Bartell gets around him. Or tries to get around him anyway.
There. TJ's working on him on the inside there as well. While Kevin Rupp looks like he's getting around Richie Coy. Ooh, Richie gets a little tight.
Richie sideways.
Ooh, a little tight up the track there. Has a little contact with, was that Alexander Hodge?
Yeah, and that opens the door from the 28 of TJ Bartell, who ships it down into the corner by Brendan Fetterplace and tries to get inside and does at the 53 of Hodge.
Yeah, if you remember too, TJ early on had a little bit of contact, got his car fixed up, and he's running pretty strong right now. Looking sharp too. Making that low line work.
$18 laps to go here at Nashville Super Speedway. Again, TJ Bartell almost into the side of Hodge. Hodge way up the track.
Nick Alford, 2 tires. He is pulling away from Daniel Simmons now. Unfortunately, Daniel is really, EJ Luna is definitely getting a lot closer to Daniel as well. So
Luna's really closed in here.
But Nick Alford just kind of driving away with it on that 2-tire strategy. Wow. Yeah, that's a hooked up car.
Here comes the 28 of TJ Bartell to the inside, the 19 of Coy. Coy up the track, the 53 up the track as well. TJ Bartell to the inside. That is for P7. And they're 2x2 there for 7th on back.
We got 4 cars right now trying to find the 7th spot.
Boy, and are they stacked up.
Yeah. And Corey Atkins kind of sitting out there in between a lot of this 2-wide action right now, just trying to make something happen. Oh, he almost gets tapped by Ray Lane there. Ray Lane dived it in there, almost got a little piece of Corey there.
So TJ takes over that position. Now it's Brendan Fetterplace and Richie Coy side by side. Richie's hard off into the corner, way up the track and out of the groove. The 53 is going to take advantage of that, as well as Corey Atkins, and now they're stacked up behind him into 3.
Yeah, Richie lost a few spots there. I think he's around the top 10 right now. He fell back to 11th, or he's falling back even further.
Track again, yeah. Has he got a problem?
I don't know if this handling. I mean, again, he should be on equal tire with a lot of these guys. Just got out of the groove there. The one thing I haven't noticed tonight is that, you know, some of the cars got those pendulum effects going on, and they get really
Richie's
nasty.
slow. Richie's got a problem. Has he got another engine problem, just like we saw with Kevin or with Cameron Keene?
I will go back and see what happened. There could have been a misshift there, possibly.
Oh, wow. Meanwhile, we missed this, but the second place has changed hands. EJ Luna back to P2 around Daniel Simmons. Can he run down our leader in 13 laps? Again, 13 laps to go here. He's plenty of time. He's got fresher tires than the leader, the 98 of Alfred, who took 2 tires. EJ Luna owned 4 tires, making up time. He's only 0.7 of a second behind our leader.
Yeah, I'm going back and looking for Richie. I don't see any smoke coming out of the tailpipe or anything like that. And I'm looking at his gear shifts. He didn't actually misshift into 3, so yeah, I don't know exactly what happened there.
Seen some tough breaks from the 19 of Coy recently. He's pretty much become the Hamlin of the league, having some issues.
Yeah, very odd.
And connection issues at Kansas, all right, technical issues at Kansas. And then again tonight, something happened.
Yeah, we'll have to find out later with that. But yeah, didn't look like anything, like I say, any damage unless he's having issues, computer issue or something.
I'm watching our leader in second place, and they've maintained about a 0.8 second of a gap between the two of them. EJ's not really closing in all that much. If anything, Nick's pulling away just slightly here.
Nick's last lap was a 30.03, and EJ was a 0.1. So wow, Nick with those 2-tire strategy. I mean, he's got that thing dialed in right now because he is just motoring. And even so, that last, I'm kind of going back to see what his last lap was. Yeah, he's still running zeros, and EJ Luna's running ones right now. So still pulling away.
Kevin Ruff trying to hang on to 6, but here comes TJ Bartell in that 28 to the inside. TJ's going to take that spot into the corner. Kevin's going to be under pressure from the 34 Fetter place as well behind him.
Well, TJ, I mean, especially too with the damage he had early on, it's a hell of a rebound for him tonight. Trying to see if he can get by. He might have enough time to get by Jamie Knopf with those 2 tires right now for a top 5.
Ooh, you see Kevin Ruff hit the wall off the turn 2. That's going to allow the 34 Fetter place to the inside. He's going to take that spot as they head off into turn 3. The Kevin Ruff is falling off. 99.
Wow. They've been fighting this whole the last 10 laps with Richie Coy and some of the other guys that are up there. Alexander Hodge. Somebody's going to eventually have to give. They are not saving. The only guy that you could tell was saving was TJ Bartell because he kind of blew by everybody.
Able to take advantage of all that was going on. Those guys were racing rough.
Yep.
He just comes through and cleans up to P6.
That's right. Corey Atkins holding strong in 10th right now, but he's under attack from Robert Malikian. So Robert Malikian trying to knock into the top 10 tonight. First time tonight, but if you're going to want to get that top 10, get it towards the end of this race. That's where you want to go. But I believe we got 5 to go.
We are 6 laps to go here at Nashville.
6 to go. Let's forget to add the lap that we're on.
We'll get you a calculator for Christmas. Don't worry.
And then you got to teach me how to use it. You know.
Here goes Robert Malikian by Corey Atkins. He's going to take that. Well, I thought he was going to take it off the corner. Here comes Corey to fight back to the outside. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, when I went to school, they would give us detention for having a calculator, man.
Right. Well, yeah, I was told in school that you won't always have a calculator. Well, guess what?
Guess what?
I think you were wrong.
Listen, I'll battle anybody when it comes to fractions.
Robert Malikian takes that spot over Corey Atkins. Corey under fire now from Ray Lane in the 41. Oh, Corey in the wall off the corner. This is where the battle is. Everything else is kind of sorted out right here. Nick Alford, your leader. Here's EJ Luna with second place. Daniel Simmons, third place. Everybody kind of spaced out here. Fifth place, Jamie Knopf. Sixth place, back there is TJ Bartell and Brandon Fetter place. Everybody in their own little gap here.
Yeah, and TJ slowly catching Jamie for 5th, and that might pan out. And Daniel Simmons is also kind of working on EJ Luna right now, running a little bit about a 10th quicker than EJ. EJ has fallen off since he's trying to make that run for the lead there. But man, Nick, what can you say about him? I mean, he with 2-tire strategy. I mean, is it the clean air? Is it the car that's set up well?
Is it the blinking?
Is it the blinking? Right. I mean, right. I mean, it's pretty impressive right now. He's really schooling these guys.
1.8 seconds out front. EJ Luna in second. You're right, Daniel Simmons right there. Everything's starting to get compacted from second on back a little bit. I think it's going to be a little too late, though, as we are on 2 to go here.
Yeah, it's spicy, but it looks like TJ he's working on Jamie. He might be able to take away this 5th spot. He's the closest one right now.
Here comes TJ looking to the inside.
Travis gets a little loose.
All right, we'll see it 3 wide down the front stretch. A little tight there, coming through the corner.
TJ's trying to go for a 2-for-1 here.
Travis Gilbert trying to regroup on the outside. Here comes TJ to the inside of Daniel Simmons. Daniel gets a little loose. I'm sorry, Jamie. Jamie gets a little loose. Looks like TJ might get that 2-for-1 through the corner, but all that happens. Off turn 4 for the final time. The checkered flag is out for Nick Alford. He's going to take win number 2 of the season, first of the B season. Nick Alford, your winner here at Nashville.
Wow. TJ held on to second. I think that's his best finish so far in the league. And Daniel coming back, and not that first place, but man, 3rd place for him. Still not bad for being back.
And TJ Bartell did get that that off of turn 4 from Jamie Knopf and Travis Gilbert. So TJ up to 4th, Jamie Knopf back to 5th. What a finish, and it stayed green.
Yeah, wow, it did, yeah. So good job by everybody there towards the end. Wow, great race. I'll tell you, great strategy, a lot of door banging, door rubbing, dooring. It was a lot of fun tonight.
I think I listen to the doors after this race.
That's right.
Let's look at our race results here for the Nashville 250. In the books, Nick Alford takes home the win. EJ Luna, your second place finisher. Daniel Simmons comes home with a P3. TJ Bartel, great run there towards the end to come home P4. Fifth place is going to be Jamie Knopf. The Travis Gilbert machine is going to finish P6. Little issues there at the end, kind of falling back a couple positions. Brandon Fetter place a solid 7th place finish. Kevin Ruff from the back to 8th. 9th is going to be Robert Malikian, a great charge for him, starting 25 positions back. And 10th spot is going to be Alexander Hodge.
All right, rounding up 11th, Ray Lane. 12th, Corey Atkins. 13th, William Owens. Brian Dixon, 14th. Ray Gill, 15th. Keith Kermit Henn, 16th. Wayne Grossi, 17th. Ryan Messer, 18th. Michael Call, 19th. Lane Allen, 20th. J.C. Evans, 21st. James Torrey, 22nd. Alan Barranco, 23rd. And Simon Magnan, 24th on our lead lap. Then the guys who didn't make it all the way, Jeff Chandler, Martin Garreau, Richie Coy, Hayden James, Martin Pinnell, AJ Zapata, Jonathan Varanauskas, Alex Murphy, William Lark, Brandon Elder, Mason Hoffner, Cameron King, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., Michael Blackner, Cameron Albertson, Kyle Milliken, and Robert Fitzpatrick Jr., who still has a wheel issue, but he started in park. So that rounds up our 41 car field.
41 drivers here tonight. The best of them tonight, though, is that number 98 machine who's still doing burnouts out there now on pit road. Getting all the life out of those tires.
Especially the left ones. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk to our top 3, digest what we saw here tonight, and look forward to the next race. We'll be right back after these messages.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
The best team.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Nashville Super Speedway, wrapping up the Nashville 250 for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. The Nashville 250 in the books. We're going to toss it over to our post-race show. We'll talk to our top 3 finishers and see what they have to say. We'll start with third place. Let's see where he's at, Mr. Daniel Simmons. Let's see if we can talk to Daniel here, if I can pull up the right But here he is, Daniel Simmons coming home P3. Daniel, congratulations, man. A return to the series and a successful one. Started on the pole, finished up in third, had a really successful night tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Well, listen, there was a lot that happened that transpired between the start of the race and the end of the race. There was a lot of cautions, a lot of decisions to make for pit strategy. Of course, the stage break there, and had a good solid stage as well. Just talk us through your night. Kind of tell us what you experienced out there.
Yeah, we'll start off with, I just worked on qualifying setup more than anything because I knew I was probably going to have to race my way in. So I ended up setting on pole. And that first run right there, my car felt really great. I think Nick got by me at one point, pulled me a little bit, and then the long run, it's like my car never changed throughout the course of that first run. So I figured with the rubber getting on the track, it was probably going to get a little tighter. So made a small adjustment to free it up just a little bit after the pit stop, and it pushed from then on. So everything I done to it to try to free it up made it push worse. And then that last stop right there, I took a big swing to try to free it up a little bit, and it was just way too much. I didn't have any drive center off the corners after that. So not real sure. We're going to have a debrief about that, I guess, later on.
Well, you did a good job to hang on to it, even though the car wasn't where you wanted to be. But I'm telling you, those last pit stops, we saw the 48 take 2 tires. We saw the eventual winner take 2 tires. And actually, I mean, he had the track position, got the restart he needed, the clean air, and hung on there. Was 2 tires an option? Did you think about maybe doing 2 tires there, or were you set on 4 tires?
I was pretty much set on 4 tires. I just, like I say, it kind of had me out in left field what the car was doing there. I mean, I've never had it where I can make those kind of adjustments and it not free it up. It just made it worse. So every time I was just trying to start over fresh and try to figure out what was going on there. So that kind of set me back a little bit, but Nick definitely made those 2 tires work some way or another. So I got to give it to him on that one.
Well, I'll tell you what, you did a good job of hanging on. All the things you were kind of dealing with there, it sounds like you had a handful, but come home P3, solid 3rd place finish, a good points night, good return to the series as well. Happy to have you, and again, congratulations. But I'm going to let you do your shout-outs and your sponsor plugs. I'm going to hand the mic to you.
Yeah, just got to thank Team Connie for the awesome sets. Jamie Knopf kind of get me up to speed here when I got into practice session on everything, and you guys for putting on an amazing league.
All right, there's your 3rd place finisher tonight. Daniel Simmons back up front in 3rd place tonight, and looking to get a good points night out of here. He heads home with his head held high in 3rd place. Tony, I believe you're standing by our 2nd place finisher, EJ Luna.
Yes, I am. Hey, AJ. So new guy to the league. You kind of started towards the very back of the field, 28th. Came up to 2nd. How was your night tonight?
Hey, guys. Thanks. Man, it was a challenge. It was a battle. Just try to work my way up, stay out of the trouble, and keep the nose clean, man. We finally got it to 2nd.
Well, you definitely had your job ahead of you. Yeah, like I say, coming from 28th and coming up to 2nd right now. Yeah, that was a hell of a run tonight. And yeah, you do keep it pretty clean. Did you know that Nick only had 2 tires in front of you? And I mean, and Daniel with such a strong run early on, how worried were you maybe either catching the leader or maybe even getting lapped? Daniel was he was closing in on you towards the end there.
Yeah, Daniel was giving me a run for my money. I actually didn't know Nick had taken 2 until I checked after the race. That's crazy, man. Hats off to that guy. But I don't know. I just try not to burn my stuff up on that last run. And fortunately, I had enough of it just to hold off Daniel. It was a good race.
Well, that's really good. Again, congratulations on the 2nd place. Then I'm going to leave the floor open for you, and you can thank your sponsors.
Hey, thanks to Denver Racing Social for coming on board. I'd like to thank everybody watching, my family, my friends, and thank you guys for putting on this broadcast and allowing me to race in this league. I look forward to next week.
Well, sounds good. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you next week. Again, congratulations on best finish here with the league, and yeah, we'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, good night. I think we have Brody with our winner, Nick Alford.
Yeah, we had
2-tire Nick.
2-tire Nick. We had a charge from behind. We had a 2-tire change there at the end. He was able to gap the field, kind of come out there and look really strong on those 2 tires. Nick, congratulations again. Win number 2 of the year, win number 1 of the B season. Awesome job tonight.
Yeah, thanks. All week, 2 tires have been really fast. here. I'm not sure what it is. And officials, I have not taken a single set of left tires. The only reason I did take one of those cautions was because we needed more fuel in the car. So, but 2 tires worked. I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy with the points. It's a good day.
I would say it's a good day for sure. Take home that checkered flag, get that trophy, get to kiss the girl, and I'm sure with a smile on your face, you'll get that second win of the season again. Like I said, great for the season-long points again. Mr. Consistency this week, or this year, it seems like. You're always towards the front, and you've got those 2 wins now in your book, locking yourself into the playoff for sure now, even with multiple wins. And just looking forward. So kind of tell me what your strategy here from here on out is. I mean, now you're pretty comfortable in the points as far as the season, the playoff points. But we do have the season B points to look at, and I'm sure you're probably looking at that too, huh?
Oh yeah, and you nailed it right on the head. Being consistent, staying in the top 5 on finishes. That's really where you got to make your points. Stage finishes are good, but overall, finishing in the top 5, top 7 really is where you need to be every week.
It was a really impressive run, especially on those 2 tires there at the end. I'm going to throw it over to Tony, though. I'm sure Tony has some things to talk to you about.
Yeah, well, first of all, wait a minute. There's a girl? Well, how come I didn't know about this? Anyway, Nick, honestly, we were pretty impressed by that 2-tire strategy there. And, I guess, yeah, if you've been practicing in the lobbies and it's been working out there, yeah, why wouldn't it work out here tonight? You definitely cleaned up, though. I know you and Danny were having a little bit of a battle there early on as well. So, but no, hats off to you, man. You did a hell of a job, and I could just congratulate you on the win.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, like I said, like this place, I mentioned it before, but this car, clean air is really beneficial, and it's really the same thing here. Once you get about 4/10 out in front of the pack, then you just kind of start walking away from them. I think towards the end there, I got over a second gap, a second. So it was a good week for me. I gained a lot of I rating, got back over 4K, and solidly in the 4K range now. So hopefully I can stay there.
Well, again, yeah, congratulations. So I guess we'll open the floor to you now, right?
Yeah, give a good shout out to really Cameron King. This week he gave me some suggestions on some setup changes with some springs and gearing, and it really, really works well. Shout out to the Hot Lap Hero guys and Team Conti DG.
All right, there's your winner tonight, Nick Alford, taking on win number 2 of the year. Yes, I'll get it right eventually. Win number 1 of the season, B season. Got that win in the books. Looking for the B season championship, going back to back for A and B season. Congratulations again, Nick, and we'll see you next week as we head to, I believe, Michigan.
Yes, sir. I'm excited about that one too.
We'll see him there. And again, Tony, man, what a show he's put on tonight. Nick Alford, win number 2, Mr. Consistency here in the league. Always up front. Now you're starting to click off those wins. We're starting to see him kind of show up at the very front of the field here more often.
Well, we're not going to see a whole lot of new winners, if he keeps performing like that for sure. And that 2-tire strategy really played in his favor, especially with the clean air, which we do talk about week in and week out. But yeah, he put on a show. A lot of the guys put on a show. There's a lot of great racing in and out of the field tonight, and a couple of heartbreaks for a few guys. But for the most part, it was action-packed. A pretty good race here for Nashville.
Well, that's going to wrap us up here for Nashville. Remember, next Monday night, we will be in Michigan for the Victory Fuel Cup Series. Monday nights at 9 p.m. every Monday night. You can catch the action here on Full Throttle Television on Wednesdays as well. And coming up in 2 days on Wednesday, we will be heading to Michigan to start the trip at Michigan with the trucks, the simracingpoints.com truck series in action Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Make sure to tune in for that as well. Looking forward to some great racing for Michigan Speedway. But again, that'll do us here at Nashville Super Speedway. For Tony Solari and everybody at Full Throttle Television, my name's Brady Hanna. Thanks for hanging out, tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on Wednesday night from Michigan.